Hello, lads, lovelies, and everyone in between. Welcome back to jame-jame's VR. So today I've got a hardware review, sort of. So here's the thing. A little while ago, I decided that I was going to go and purchase myself a VR Wire 2 pulley system from Lords of Leisure. It finally arrived. Unfortunately, I'm unhappy to say that it did not work at all for me. Not at all. The cables just drooped way too low. They were constantly in my way. It sucked. It did not work at all. Maybe my roof is too low. It's not that low, but maybe they just want a really high roof. My roof is not that high. I live in an apartment. So what was I to do? Well, I had my old pulley system from AMVR, which the problem with these ones, and this applies to the Kiwi design pulley system as well, is that you have that sort of a triangle above you, and it's pretty good if you're underneath that triangle. But it's not a true room scale experience because you really can't get too far from your triangle. That sucks, especially if you actually have a sort of a decently large play area. Mine's 3.3 meters squared, or 11 feet squared. And most of that I really couldn't use because I had to be stuck under the little triangles that you set up with those types of pulley systems. Not a problem if you're using a Quest, but anyway. So, yeah, I really wanted something better that I could actually have a true room scale experience with my cabled headset. And the Lords of Leisure did promise that, but you have to have just the right kind of setup for that. And mine just did not work at all with the Lords of Leisure system. It just didn't work. The cables hung way too low, and I put little pinholes all over my roof, trying to find, well, all over my ceiling, I suppose. I didn't go outside to the top of the building. And that just sucked. I never got anywhere. I tried everything I could think of to sort of get it working, moving stuff around, tweaking. It just didn't go. However, when it comes to VR, if you're into VR, at some point you're going to discover that a spirit of invention is a useful thing to have. So I combined them together, and I have what I've called the AMVR Unbeknownst and Unofficial Collab pulley system. And believe it or not, it actually works pretty well. It's using probably about 60% of the Lords of Leisure stuff and about 40% of the AMVR stuff. And the result is actually a room scale VR experience with minimal cable tug, but I can move around quite freely in the entire play space. But it's pretty weird. But if it's stupid, but it works, it's not stupid. So there you have it. I'm going to show it off a little bit. That's the sort of thing you sometimes have to do in VR to get these settings and setups working just the way you want. You have to be prepared to sort of go off the beaten trail and just find some way to get it working. And that's very much what I had to do here. But hey, it works. I finally have pretty good room scale VR. Now, of course, there's still a cable. It's never going to be as good as, say, running off of Airlink. There's just no fucking way. Cables can still bind up, although this is quite a bit more resistant to binding than the traditional triangle type designs you see, because there's just more cable length around, and they're not really held firmly in place. They're sort of on rollers. You'll see what I mean. So there's actually a fair amount of way for the cable to wiggle around where it needs to do, and actually you can rotate a fair amount with this system before you get into trouble. So I'm quite pleased with it, even though it is very much a Frankenstein setup. Anyway, let's have a look. So as you can see, it's pretty strange. It's an odd looking thing. And it looks like it would be annoying, but the cables are suspended high enough that actually I don't interact with them. So that's pretty cool. That's what I wanted. I was hoping just the Lords of Leisure setup would do that by itself. But it doesn't. It just did not have the tension to keep the cable suspended properly. So that was disappointing. But the fact that I ended up with a working system in the end, I guess, is fine. And just part of the cabled VR experience. And hopefully something that we're going to have to deal with a lot less when it comes to the next generation headsets. Certainly with the Pimax 12K Reality at least, which will have a number of wireless options for us, which I'm very excited for, getting rid of all of this cable nonsense. But this is about the best I can get in the meantime, and it's just going to have to tide me over. Yeah, well, let's take a quick look at how it works in actual usage.
Your friend sucks. Oh, that wasn't very well done. But you get the idea. Look at this guy. Stab him right in the ass. Oh, bullshit. Let's just not even bother.
I sense danger. You will
What are you doing? All right. Hello, sir.
On.
You're very clumsy. Oops, you got me. Guess I'm clumsy too. Alrighty. What, an axe? Are you hiding behind? There we are. That's what you get for trying to cheat me when I'm climbing up, huh? Rick? Hello?
What? You should not have come here.
Whoa, sneaky, huh? You shouldn't have made a sound, though. Oh, right in the neck. That's gotta hurt. Yeah, fuck you guys. There you are. Rex. See, there's a little bit of cable tug, but it's really not bad considering the mobility. This guy needs a stabbing. Hello, sir.
On.
I'll kill you.
Ooh, you're pathetic. Come on, try. Ooh, there we go. Ooh, lucky. Oh, she got me legitimately there. Yeah, you did. Oh, you're still in it. Oh, yeah. Oh, good for you. Still. Hi. Oh, shit. All right. There's one. Boy, these guys keep coming out of nowhere. Oh, my cable's finally bound up a bit. Ow! Good, nice, nice, nice. I hate that archer. Oh, there's so many of them. Ooh, you! Oh! What? What got me? He's not even swinging yet. Is it an archer? What? Aw. I was gonna kill all you jerks too. Yeah, I clearly got killed by nothing. Right on video. Ah, well. That wasn't the point anyway. The point was how well it works.
I always like it when I catch a game fucking cheating on video. That's pretty fun. I don't know. I watched the playback a few times and I don't guess my character died of a heart attack. You know, myocarditis or something. Anyway, you can see Nothing stops the cable from binding up. That's just part of having a cabled system. So, and there I really deliberately made a point of never checking my rotation, and I rotated quite a bit, but I moved around as much as I felt I wanted to, and that was totally fine. So this is actually a pretty solid setup, even though it was really janky to actually put together. Took a lot of trial and error. But yeah, there you go. Sometimes, necessity is the mother of invention. You just take whatever parts you can find and fit something together, and sometimes it works. And in this case, my Franken-Pulley AMVR Wire 2 system actually works pretty goddamn well and is a significant improvement over just the standard keep the cable above your head systems like AMVR and Kiwi Design have. So here's the thing. I can't really be like, yay, the VR Wire 2 came through for me, because it totally fucking didn't. You have to have a pretty specific setup for that pulley system to work well for you. And I tried moving everything I could around, and there's just no way in my space that it was ever going to work with the design that they expect you to do. It's just lucky that I happen to have an existing pulley system that I could scavenge parts from and fashion together something that ended up working. So yeah, that's just the thing about it. That said, I'm pretty sure if you did have a setup that was more conducive to the VR Wire 2, it would probably work even better than this. But this is so damn close. It's hard to say because you can never really completely get rid of cable tug. There's a little bit in this system, but it's not really, like, I sort of noticed it a little bit at first, but as I got into the game and moving around and stabbing guys in the face, I stopped noticing it entirely. So it's minor enough that you just sort of tune it out. And plus, the AKX is a very heavy headset system. And as kind of a consequence, a little bit of tug on the cable isn't something that's exceptionally noticeable in the whole scheme of wearing 850 grams on your fucking head, right? I mean, it is what it is. Anyway, guys, thanks for coming along and taking a look and possibly a laugh at my pulley system. I'm actually pretty pleased with it. That said, I had to buy 2 pulley systems and then cobble it together to get the result I wanted in the end. But I did get there. And that's the sort of thing that you may have to too, depending on what your play space is actually like. Fortunately, there isn't sort of going to be a one solution fits all until proper, true, excellent wireless VR comes out for all. Now, if you're a Quest user, or Quest 2 especially, watching all this, you're probably thinking to yourself, oh my god, Airlink is really awesome. And I don't blame you. I mean, the only thing is, if you're not going to get, 4K per eye, and 160-degree FOV over just regular wireless. It's going to be pretty bad, right? There's always that trade-off. And one of the amazing things, and what I love about the Quest, is that you just don't have to deal with any of this fucking shit. You don't have to have pulleys, and you don't have to really watch your orientation. You just have to pay attention to your Guardian. And you should definitely always pay attention to your Guardian. It's there for a fucking reason. And you just play your damn games without having to deal with all this shit. So, if you want to have a high-end experience, you're going to have to put up with a lot of shit. And this is an example of the kind of shit you get to just skip if you get the cheap and humble Quest 2. So, I don't know. That said, I'm in too deep. I've got so many of these fucking headsets and all this shit now. Yeah, I had to get a pulley system. Well, I had to get two. So, anyway, you know what? It's all done. It's room scale VR with a cabled system, and it works pretty goddamn well, even if it's not perfect. It's 85% of the way there. If it wasn't for the fact that your cable eventually binds up, it would be perfect. And in this example, I deliberately rotated and moved around as much as I felt I wanted to. Other times, I might be a touch more mindful, or at least sort of stop every once in a while during some downtime to, spin around like a top a few times and untangle the cable. Here, I deliberately did not do that. It'd be nice if you don't have to, but then again, then you're on a Quest 2, right? With its warts as well, since no headset's perfect. Hopefully the 12K reality will be. Probably not. But I'm sure I'm going to love it anyway. Okay, guys. Thanks for coming. And I suppose it's the holiday season now. Neat. Yeah. So, lads, lovelies, and all those in between, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Even if it's just time off of fucking work. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas and a lovely New Year. Don't get too drunk. The hangover will not be worth it. Love you guys. Thanks for coming. Bye-bye.